Hello, everyone. A message for anyone feeling stuck. For starters, you can definitely get out of it. Um, you just have to believe in yourself and be about action. Action is everything, and you can do it by setting a goal. Let's say you say, hey, a year from now, I want to be in a different position. It gives you enough time and you can continue to progress by winning each day. So just to keep it small, but still positive and progressive. If you say, hey, as long as I do X each day, and if you do X, which is part of your goal, then you won the day. And what also would help is writing it down on paper. There's been statistic that illustrates when something is written on paper and you can see it, it improves your daily tasks. Um, you can have it on your desk or you can have it on your wall. And this way you can be disciplined about it and be consistent with it. Another thing that will help you if you're stuck is just understand that it's just you versus you, or consistency versus inconsistent. So if you're being consistent, let's stick with that barometer for a year as a goal. You want to be in a different position, a different place that you were from the year prior. And every day that you do something, you're being consistent. And you know that by the time that year comes back around, you'll be in a different position, in a different avenue. However, if you decide to not do a task every day, which is still you and also still your choice, that is a form of being inconsistent. Now, anywhere you go, that year is still going to come around. Now, also, what will also help is you keep a paper, a sheet of paper, or you can type it up, or you can write it in your notepad on your phone, but you document every day that you're inconsistent. And let's be specific. So you write out the day, the date, the day, and the date. Because mind you, you have a whole year. And when the year comes back around, because it will come back around, and if you're not in the position that you want to be, and most days you were inconsistent, then consistent, so that one side of you, the inconsistent side won. And if you think that I'm lying or you think that you're lying to yourself, you can look at the paper that you have and look at all the days and dates that you were inconsistent. In fact, I would advise you to do that for both. The days that you are disciplined, write those down. And the days that you are not disciplined or you're inconvenient, you write those down. Now, another thing that will help you is being proactive. Like I know some people have families, some people are guardians, some people are parents, and then some people are single. But none the matter that everyone had things going on. Everyone has responsibilities. So it may require you to be very diligent. You know, if you're stuck, it's going to require you to work long hours. It's going to require you to tell your friends or your family or your significant other or your wife or the individual that you're getting to know, like, hey, I'm going to be able to link up with you, but it's going to be later on, right? Now, depending on your schedule, you can get up early. You can, let's say you got to be to work at noon. You can get up at 8 and put some hours in. You may not get everything done, but again, small doses, small doses. It's like medicine, small doses, small progress. You got something done that day. So whatever you want to do, you can do, knowing that you got something done and that you was constructive, you know. And anytime that you're feeling down or you're indecisive, you will also have a daily reminder called the mirror. We all go into the bathroom. We all can have a mirror on our phone. When you click the phone, and you can see yourself. So you can always look at that just to hold yourself accountable, because you can hold yourself accountable in so many ways. And you don't have to tell anyone about it, because everybody has something that they're working on. Any progressive person, they have something that they're working on. So it's mainly about doing the work and talking, doing the work. Check this out. You can do the work so diligently, and when that year come back around, you can be in such a fantastic position that people didn't know you or thought they knew you, or who really haven't heard from you because you've been entrenched and focused on what you was doing. They'll be saying what some folks say, and I'm sure you all heard this lingo before. Why didn't you tell me you was working on this? Or why didn't you tell me you was working on that? You know, and you probably had this one before where you didn't tell someone, and then you told, and like they saw through your actions. You didn't even tell them. They just saw through your action that you progressed. You're in a different spot, and they say something like, "I always knew you can do it," and that has to be facetious, especially if you never told the person. Like if you never told the individual what you was working on, then how could they knew that you can, they knew that you can make it happen when you never converse with them, and rightfully so, because as I always believe, and I've told people before, the only person that's going to want something, a goal to be accomplished, no one is going to want it more than that said person going after the goal. So, and we can break it down. It can be finding a new job. It can be starting a business. It can be um, improving your health. It could be learning a new skill. The main thing is just to be realistic and understand that it's going to take time. But as long as you work on it on a consistent basis, you will become efficient in the skill set. You will become efficient in starting that business. You will become efficient in starting that non-profit organization. You will be efficient, going to different places. If you're moving to a city, meeting people, you will be efficient in building up your TikTok. You will be efficient in building up your YouTube channel, you know, because you got to also keep in mind for anyone that's feeling stuck that you want quality. You want to have the right people rocking with you, and no matter what industry, but it all is going to start with you. You just got to know that, say it out loud. It's going to start with you. So whatever you're doing, it starts with you, and you will get help along the way. And if you get help, I'm not saying friends can't help you. I'm not even saying associates can't help you. I'm not even saying family members won't help you. But in most instances, you will get help. What another word that can be used? Assistance from strangers. That's where it's going to come from. Strangers. And I know you all may not believe me, but let's start with something such as, let's say you have a YouTube channel. And if you don't have a YouTube channel, that's fine. You can look at other people's YouTube channels analytics, and you can probably see that most of the people that subscribed to their channel were strangers. It could have been some friends, some family members, some former lovers, some ex-wife for the man, or the ex-husband for the wife. But for the most part, they're strangers. So yes, this is just a message for anyone feeling stuck. You also got to know that if you don't put one foot in front of the other, and if you don't put no action, you will remain stuck. That is just what it is. You will remain stuck. If you're a man, you will definitely remain stuck. If you're a woman, it's a high chance you can remain stuck. But if you're a kid won't ever remain stuck because, the parents look after their children as they should be, So I just wanted to bring you all this today. Hope you all continue having a good day, and I'll catch you all later. Peace.